Let's fucking gripe on Echo Beach.
Fucking gripe it.
Yeah. Rue is probably the most recent showgoer there.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think the last time I was at Echo Beach was the last time I was at Echo Beach with all y'all.
Well, anyway.
I went to go see the Old Crow Medicine show there.
Jesus.
That was pretty cool. I think that was the last time I went.
We're pretty much experts. Welcome. Mine's the pre-chat, bong rips, beer opens.
We've been talking for hours.
I'm Robert John, here in Dublin, Ireland. There's Mikey lighting his first J of the day, I swear.
This one's a cigarette, the next one will be a J.
Yeah, and then we got Skyler opening the show with a bong rip and an Echo Beach gripe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Echo Beach. I never want to go back there. It's a continuation of my amphitheater gripe from the other couple weeks back. It's like as soon as you go over the bridge, I don't like it.
Yeah, you feel like you're going into Disneyland or something. Like, it's too fucking weird. Like, you just go over this magical bridge and...
It's like commercial. It's like a commercial...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, too, I'm just thinking of this right now, that the last time I went to Echo Beach was definitely for Rancid and the Transplants, I think.
No, it was Dropkick Murphys.
It was Dropkick Murphys, okay.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't
and
for that
I
one.
think Bouncing Souls, no? It was a pretty stacked lineup.
It was the Souls, yeah.
Maybe the Vandals. It was a great show.
And I remember that...
I missed that one, yeah.
When we were leaving, we ran into a homeless fella, and he was saying how he's just like, oh yeah, like, this is my spot. Like, I come here whenever there's a show on. I just come to the bridge and hang out and, like, can hear it crystal clear.
Yeah.
From
make some money.
Yeah.
You know?
And it was just like, God damn it! Like, I'm getting honey dicked buying buying tickets to this show, walking all the way in there, and being disappointed. And this guy's just bringing his own beers to the bridge and getting.
Dude, and when you're in there, it's $10 for a lukewarm beer.
Yeah, fuck that. And they gotta open it for you.
That's the served with part. No lid, like just two fucking rally cups that you're gonna spill all over yourself, just even leaving the line you're in.
Exactly. You can't even put that shit in your pocket, you know? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, let me leave it uncracked. And I'll sign my name and give you my driver's license number. I'm not giving you my license itself, just the number, so you can come back to me when you see me huck this beer, this $10 beer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not throwing it. I'm gonna leave it in my back pocket and drink it when I'm ready. Like, I'm not just
when I'm exhausted from the pit
to come get a new beer. It's all strategy. It's forethought.
Yeah.
Those big venues, it's like, gone are the days where you could, like, I'd buy 3 or 4 beers and walk, and they're always open anyways, but they were still bottles. This is when they were still giving us bottles and shit, and you'd walk in. Or cans, and you'd walk into the fucking pit and you'd divvy up the drinks and drink them real quick, and you can't, like, you get there and there's like a tablespoon of alcohol in these glasses now, in these cups.
When we did when we did Rock Fest, you could get like a tray of beer, and it was just like a Tim Hortons kind of thing.
It was 5 for $20.
Yeah.
5 for 20, and it was such a deal. So you just saw we drank 60 beers a day each.
Like, when we first got there, we both just got our own trays and then drank it between each other like they were everyone's beers. But it was so that was 2 trays in 20 minutes gone. That's 10 beers between the 4 of us, or 3 of us.
Well,
I wasn't drinking.
RJ wasn't drinking, and I don't think Sean was drinking that much. Like,
he was definitely drinking. For sure he was.
Was he?
Because remember the first night Skyler and Sean went back to the car early.
He's just a small little guy, you know?
Yeah, we're just little guys.
Yeah.
He can throw him back, but it's just like a full day of being outside drinking trays of beer.
8 in the morning till 1 in the morning?
Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we do it all again tomorrow? I'm
tapping. Yeah. We did it all again the next day. We did.
Oh, yeah. I fell asleep on my feet a couple times during that festival. You know, you get right in the middle of the crowd where it's just tight enough that you're not going to fall over.
Yeah.
And just close your eyes for a quick 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, I remember, we would just go and take naps on people's front lawns.
Yeah.
Remember that? Like, we
just
left
like,
the
let's
show
go
for like
check
2
out
hours.
that poor town, just
Yeah.
overrun with like
Oh.
basically homeless people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, getting honey
Fuck,
dick.
so
Like, if you
sweet.
could just go to that town and hear every fucking show if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
If you just
Yeah,
wanted
you
to
really
party, like you could definitely do that. Because even thinking
Yep.
of that weekend, like all the bands we saw, it's almost just like there's a list of names, but it's like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't remember Lagwagon. I barely remember NoFX.
no.
I remember seeing Lagwagon.
Yeah, but like,
I remember both of them because
did you
they
Barely,
were
take
on-
anything
they were
in?
on-
Like, no.
and they were on the main stage.
Yeah.
They were the only one. That's the first time I ever saw No Effects on like a giant screen like that, and it
Yeah.
made me feel weird, and I
Yeah.
didn't enjoy
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Funny.
It's
That
like
you say
new.
that, yeah.
Back to the D and
Yeah.
That was a real
stage.
dusty show too. Like being outside in that field, like it was really fucking dusty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needed some fucking agua.
But it was good.
It was
fun.
great. And
Oh,
I
like,
would take that over Echo Beach any day.
and as history's
100%.
shown that like that was the last good year of Rockfest. Like since then it's
Oh,
been
yeah.
like garbage. So,
Yeah.
But you're right though. Like as far as like you could go there and just like party, but honestly, like, yeah, it's a big festival, lots of money, lots of security. If you wanted to, you could definitely sneak in
Oh,
to that
yeah.
place. It's like
Oh
the
my
border
God.
wall. They can't.
especially after
they can't
like
like
4
have eyes
p.m.
on
or
it all.
something. Like,
We snuck so
Yeah.
many beers into that place. Do you remember that? Like
I
we-
don't. I really don't.
I remember like going in with just like jean shorts, no shirt, bandana, and still being able
16 beers.
Yeah, a cool 6 beers just tucked in my pants and in my pockets, and like maybe had a shirt tucked in, you know, and it was just like, yeah, I've been here all day, feel me up. And like I remember one time we went in and like I was loaded to the tits with beer and you
Yeah.
weren't, and they patted you down like and pulled you to the side and like, you know, gave you a thorough.
yeah.
And they just like I
Check
walked
my
like
oil.
20 yeah, I walked like 20 feet up, turned around, watched him getting like, you know, just accosted, and I fucking like
Stripped.
cracked a beer
Cracked
and just stood there and watched. Like,
And we always had weed with us back then
oh
too.
yeah, they weren't looking
Always.
for that.
You're not looking for weed. It was Montreal.
Yeah, it was a pretty
Yeah.
great time.
Those were great times. And we're counting down. We're like a week away from seeing Rancid being reunited. So we're talking about venues and all that bullshit.
Getting our dicks hard.
Fuck
for each
yeah.
other.
We're so
Yeah.
excited. I'm definitely going to drink a Mickey of rum before the show.
Oh,
And
no.
then probably only have like 1 or 2 beers there. Because it's like way too expensive to actually drink. Plus
the way to
waiting in
do it.
line to get shit. Like, fuck all that.
Yep.
So get a
Yeah,
good,
bring a
healthy,
pocket Mickey, drink half of it
all of it.
on the way there, and
Yeah.
then hope that you can sneak in the other half and not get caught.
I'm going to drink the whole thing before I get there.
You guys are crazy.
I want to
I
get
like
nice.
to have a little sipper. I
Want to get nice and
while
drunk when I get there, and then start to like peter off, and then just like have a beer or 2 every hour to like stay fresh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because by the end of the show, like
That's
you're gonna be
what you like
sober,
to
like
do.
you're gonna dance yourself sober. So it's like no point in trying to like
Keep
my
up or
wallet
whatever.
keeping up with like how much I'm
Yeah.
sweating.
Yeah, you don't have to.
No.
And then also,
We'll
like,
go
it
out
takes you out
after.
of the show.
Yeah.
If you're going, like, every 3 songs to get another beer, you know?
Oh yeah,
Every
you gotta
4
pick your
songs.
spots. You don't
Yeah,
go
Yeah.
every
the
street.
battles.
But you gotta go
Yeah.
out and fucking catch your breath anyways.
Not
Yeah.
I.
Yeah, it's true. But there's no point in trying to stay, like, blackout drunk at a show. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
No.
it happens. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. It can happen. But
We're not G.
I will say that like I don't,
the thing is, you can't show up to the show blackout.
No.
If you show up blackout, then the whole rest of the night's going to be
I'm gonna have
blackout.
to sober up outside before they let me in, or I sneak
I
around
will say
back.
this, boys. Like when I went and saw the Balancing Souls a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like we've been doing shows together since easily like I was like 19, 18 years old, maybe even a little.
Oh, definitely younger than that.
I'd say younger. I didn't even have an ID. There's
Right?
plenty of shows that they wouldn't let me in. And
Yeah.
you guys would all go and party, and I'd fucking have to go home.
Yeah. Anyway.
You were also like 21 at the time and just refused to get.
No,
an
I
ID.
wasn't 21. I think I was 18, but
But
Yeah.
I like the last
19.
show that I went to, I just fucking nailed it. Like I was like, I don't know what it was. I just had like perfect amount of food, perfect buzz on. That I
Yeah.
didn't even like leave the Bouncing Souls pit to get a drink at all, and
Right.
I danced the whole fucking time except for like the new songs.
Which is everything past 2002.
No, even, you know,
Since Anchors
you know-
Away.
You know what's an interesting thing that I noticed, and I feel the same way with like a Gansby. Like I really enjoy Gansby, and like sometimes I don't care for like the newer stuff they do.
Yeah.
But it's weird how like same with like other bands that it's like when it's new in like 2005 and you don't like it.
Yeah.
When you get to like 2019 and you've seen where they've gone to now.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like, you know
yeah.
what? 2005 wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so
I can
bad.
sing
Yeah,
along
it's
to
way
that.
worse now.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally
Yeah.
sing along to that song. That song's cool now.
Yeah.
But
Sing along forever.
yeah, fucking A. But the Souls, I feel like the when I saw the Souls, they like other than like the new stuff, I think they maybe only played 2 songs that were older than Anchors Away. Like it wasn't. There's a lot of their old stuff. I think they're on like a 30th anniversary tour thing, so they're kind of getting all nostalgic, right?
I had like I've actually missed the last 2 Bouncing Souls shows, and I only seen them. I think I've seen them twice, but once was like notable, and that was the one wherever that was. We all went Lee's Palace, I think. It was a crazy night, but I got slightly depressed for about an hour, thinking about missing the Bronx and the Souls.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
fucking
no.
The Udders.
and the Udders, yeah.
Yes, the Udders.
I got slightly depressed, and I went on like a YouTube rabbit hole of the Bouncing Souls and shit. And they have like it's just worth checking out, worth noting. They have like a whole acoustic set that they did like 10 years ago, and they don't know what songs they're gonna play, and they just show up and they're asking the crowd, and everyone's like telling them new songs. Like, no, we don't want to play that. Like, no, we can't do that. Like, we
Nice.
fucking need drums for that. We can't. Like, you know what? We're gonna play Kate is Great.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna play Lamar Vinoy. Like,
So-
we're gonna do these songs.
Toilet
Is
off
that
the roof.
Toilet Song?
Yeah, toilet song?
Yeah.
Toilet song?
Yeah.
Everyone on toilet song?
It's like, yeah, we can't fucking play that. We're gonna play Kid, you know? And it's just awesome. It's like a fucking 45-minute set, all broken up into their songs. It's on YouTube, and it's just all acoustic. It's pretty rad.
Yeah, it's really rad.
That's so
But
funny.
it didn't
That's
help
such
my
a-
depression. It definitely didn't help my
No.
depression.
That'd be such a good bit though. Like he'd do like, okay guys, like we're doing an acoustic set, like whatever you want to hear, just yell it out. And then they start yelling shit out, just like, I can't fucking play that. Like we're gonna play Kid. Like you have a set list
Yeah.
set up, and then like, all right, like what do you guys want to hear next? Like, oh, I can fucking play that. Hartman F5, you know.
Yeah.
That's 100% how bands do that, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, when they're like, what do you want to hear? Like, they just, like, have a set list, and you're just going to get them to play that song out of order.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you yell
yeah,
out
yeah.
something that's not on the list, they're just going to keep listening till they hear. Like, I'm
Hear
thinking
it,
of
yeah,
Bad
yeah, yeah.
Religion specifically. Like, we're waiting for someone to yell incomplete. Like, oh, yeah. Or Digital Boy. Like, we have our
Yeah.
fucking 8 songs left in the set, and we're just going to wait until someone says that, and then we'll
Make it sound like
Yeah.
go
we're playing it
into
for someone.
American Jesus. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah,
and
I
make
mean,
the
like-
crowd real happy.
These bands have to practice these songs. They have to know how to play them. They can't play that obscure,
No.
1 minute 20 song off their 3rd album, you
No.
know, that like
This
no
is
one
true,
remembers, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you might get surprised, but it's pretty rare. Like it's all predetermined, from what I could
Or
tell.
just that they're
most
like
shows.
we're gonna throw this song in here.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna
Loosely
before it be like,
predetermined,
what do you
yeah.
guys want to hear? And then like, oh, did somebody say like Bat Out of Hell? Okay.
Did someone say Thunderstruck?
I
Dealer's
mean, if
choice.
Did
With
somebody
the
say
Rancid
rock and
show?
roll all night and party every day? Well, all right.
with the Rancid show, it's like if they play 1 or 2 songs off Troublemaker, I'll be happy because that record's fucking awesome.
I enjoy it.
Evil is my friend or whatever off what is that one? The one
Honor's
before.
all we know.
Yeah.
Honor, yeah.
Like if they play that, that'd be fucking awesome.
I like
Um,
Collision Course. That's my favorite song off that
Collision
album.
Course,
Yeah.
wicked song. Like if we get those songs, that'd be awesome. But if they, I don't know, if they play fucking
Who knows? Who knows? I
what's
think
the
you-
one? What's the one off that record? The one that they honors all we know or whatever.
I like
think
that
that's the
song.
Do you?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not that one. There's another one. The Last One to Die.
Last One to
I'm
Die.
thinking even a record. Like if they play Last One to Die, it's like you just fucking ruined the set.
Yeah.
You know, you could have played anything, and you're gonna play Last One to Die.
I'd like
Yeah,
to.
that's
I mean,
a lazy
I
song.
want to hear the new songs, but like pick the good ones,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. Last
You
One
know?
Who Dies lazy.
Stock.
Like I'd rather hear East Bay Nights for sure.
Ooh. Ooh.
Even that
There's-
one is just
Even that one,
a lot
right?
of
Like
chorus.
it's yeah,
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
all
But I'd
chorus
rather,
these days.
I'd rather.
Yeah.
Either way, that's all nerd shit.
So
We
is this your gripe? Are we griping?
I don't know. I guess we have been.
I got a fucking legit gripe here for you.
Yeah, I have
guys.
one too. You can go
This
first.
is one that's been eating at me for a while, and I didn't want to talk about it, but here I am talking about it.
Here we go.
It's not whatever. But so basically, I fucking am griping on when people question my shit. Like,
Oh,
Wow.
I'm sure
Are we talking about
you
your roommate
guys-
right now?
No, the two of you guys, I'm sure, get it like in your own little way, probably worse than I do. Okay.
okay.
But so I'll just
so
tell
far
you.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Here's my example. Me and the roommate, as you guys probably know if you've been
Figured it was
listening,
about the roommate.
recently
Yeah.
have bought a house, right? And when we
It's
bought
kind of old
said
news
house,
by now.
it is old news.
But anyway, yeah.
But so when we bought said house, we were both working in Orangeville, right? Like it's just the way like the cards got dealt. We're both working in Orangeville.
Yeah.
And so either way, about a month ago, we were hanging out with my parents, and a couple of their friends came over, and so we're having beers, smoking joints, shooting the shit, and they were like
Classic.
small talk.
Father-son hangouts.
Yeah,
As you do with
Patterson
parents.
hangout.
As you do.
And their friends. And so we get talking, whatever, and like the guys, the wife and the husband like get asking us just like, so like, what are you guys doing? And it's like, oh well, we bought a house, and like, oh, like where did you buy a house? Like, oh, we bought a house in Guelph, and like, oh, like did you buy it in Guelph because you work there? And like, oh no, actually, like funny story, we both work in Orangeville, but we bought the house in Guelph, and like they both like look at each other and then look at us and like, well, why would you buy a house in Guelph?
Fuck off.
And it's like, I don't know, like the same reason you're wearing that ugly fucking shirt, maybe because you like it. Like, go fuck yourself. Why did I do this? Why do I do anything?
I completely agree. They don't know you at all.
No.
They
Don't
question
know.
your judgment and like
My-
your lifestyle.
Fuck
Like
'em.
who? Yeah, they don't fucking know you from a
Guelph
hole in
is
the
like
ground, really.
super underrated. Like that's a cool city.
It's a fun place.
Yeah.
For what it is, for sure, it's the best one around. You know.
Couple uggos, but it's a good
It's
place.
got a really like high population of ugly people. Yeah.
Super high population.
Really ugly people.
yeah.
There's a
why
lot of
people
cults
shit it.
also.
But
But
That's why it's still cheap.
it's more just
It's like Acton, right? It's like Acton. Like,
Like,
there's some nice houses in Acton, but it's full of ugly people, so housing is cheap.
Yeah, exactly. But like just the complete disbelief that we would buy a house somewhere that we weren't living, and like
Yeah.
the disgust in their eyes, and it's like, fuck off. Like, do you know the market that we exist in right now?
Yeah.
And like,
You know the market.
it's so
Did-
hard.
I hope you said that.
Yeah, I did. And then
Yeah.
it's like, on top of that, now, like, recently, as of, like, a couple days ago, Lisa, who I don't
Whoa,
know
whoa,
who
whoa.
that is.
fucking hard L. That's like the second time this month.
Lisa, some girl I know, she just got a job working in Guelph.
Oh.
So it's back to just, like, this
Yeah.
is why we didn't fucking buy a house in Orangeville.
Or get
because,
used to
like,
commuting together.
yeah, just because, yeah, the commute
Yeah.
would have been different.
No car sharing. Don't want to get saving gas or anything. Don't want to get used to that savings.
No, fuck that.
Well, who
But-
wants to live in Orangeville either? Like, it's
Oh.
old people and young families. There's nothing going on.
No.
You
Like,
just go there to pass a driving test without trying, and then
Exactly.
that's it.
And like, if you think the
it's
people
what it's
in
known for, yeah.
if you think the people in Guelph are ugly, go
Yeah, oh, yeah.
spend an afternoon in a park in Orangeville. And tell me what you see.
Yeah, fuck. It's a bunch of ugly whites.
Yeah, but I'm like, again, like, I feel like I'm like the tame version where like I'm talking to like a dude that's globetrotting across Europe, making art, and another dude that lives in his van in Vancouver. Like I know you got like I feel like I'm griping to the choir. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, you are griping to the choir. Don't question my fucking judgment. Like I'm doing my best thing right now.
I feel like my life is so left field that no one questions it at all because it's just like we can't even like get on that like level.
Yeah, there's no eye to eye.
I meet people all the time. They're like, "Why you live in Ireland?" It's like to play baseball. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And it's like I'm on the like Dublin baseball team, and I'm like here to play baseball. And it's just like there's a baseball team here. I'm like, yeah, there's a full league. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like half Irish, half like international. And
I like how you've justified it now. Like now that the baseball thing's going on, like that's it. That's why.
That's why I'm in.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that though.
Oh, that's the only reason I'm here. Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Well, and it's obviously you like it, you know.
But once baseball's done, I'm out of here. Like I'm not staying here.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's too
When's
expensive.
baseball done?
Because you can, right?
I think like this week. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, me too. Maybe.
We did not make the playoffs. Heartbreaker.
Oh no.
No.
Spartan A's and B's.
Fucking brutal. Wow.
Both of yous, eh? Like
the way that the B League works. So for everybody that I don't talk about baseball very often, so nobody knows this. I play on the B team, and I play as like an alternate on the A team. Like if they're down guys, I like play for them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So in the B League, there's 8 teams, and only the top 3 go to the playoffs.
What the fuck?
I know. It's so stupid. So the first team gets a bye to the finals.
That's not a playoff.
Like it gets dirty. So the first place gets a bye to the final.
Yeah.
2 and 3 play each other, but 3 has to win 2 games in a row.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Otherwise, like if 2 wins once, then they go to the final.
Yeah.
And it's the same for the A League, but the A League only has 4 teams. And the Spartans are in 4th place in both leagues.
4 teams.
Yeah.
Why not just have like a 4-man playoff then at that point? Like, why even make the Spartans
I don't
feel
know.
bad?
Like I didn't set up the league. I just joined it this year. But like both teams are in 4th place, and I was like confident that like the B team is like better than the A team. Like skill wise, yes, the A team all those players are better. But as far as like league standings, like 4th out of 8 is way better than 4th out of 4.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, us Bs, like we can make it. But it was like one of those, like it kind of just came down to like the teams we needed to lose, like just haven't lost. And like we're just like don't have the points to like catch.
You're just
third.
not in control of your own destiny.
Yeah, we're like
That's
6 games back from 1st place, but like 1 game back from 3rd, and it's like they just haven't lost.
Now, if you guys say you made the playoffs and your A team didn't make the playoffs, can the players from the A team then come down to the B team and just like run? No, it's
they
not
can.
like the
I think there's like an amount that can like go back and forth.
Yeah,
but it is like separate rosters.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I think there's a handful of A's that have come down and played B's, like when we're low on numbers. Yeah, but those guys are clearly like on our roster, and I'm sure it's like on the up and up. Like it's like a actual, like you're not tricking anybody. Like everybody knows who's who. Yeah, it's not like surprise, we got a new guy. Like everyone has a fucking number. Everyone like it's legit.
All right. Nice.
Well, with the gripe in mind, like how you guys were talking there, like or like what the original gripe was, and with RJ's lifestyle and my lifestyle, it's like I get that people want to do that. They want to question everyone's judgment. They want to like, you know, live in their little bubble and just think everything outside of it's ridiculous. The worst part of that, there's like a follow-up to the gripe where like initially you're taken back by this person's like, whoa, what do you say? Like, what? Yeah. Why is it so hard to understand for you? But it's like you have to justify it.
The shirt she was wearing was so ugly. Like,
yeah, so fuck her, like right away. Yeah. But it's like then you have to like if you have to be like, well, let me explain it to you. Even if it only takes 30 seconds and it's a lost cause, you still have to like put yourself out there for these people that like don't matter in any way. I fucking hate that, man. I hate it.
Just the irritation. And it's just like the shittiness of, like, you know, like leave you with this like little moment of where it's just like, you know, if I
You start
asked,
doubting yourself.
no, it's just like the shittiness of like past generations where they think you got to do things a certain way to get shit done, and it's just like, if I asked you to add two numbers together to make the sum of 9, like how would you do it? Right?
Yeah, you could do it so many different ways.
Yeah.
Exactly. But we all get to the same fucking number.
Yeah.
And, like, what does it fucking matter, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just these judgies. Like, I judge people too, but
Oh,
I
judge them hard. That's this whole show.
Yeah, but you do it behind their back.
No,
Yeah.
we broadcast this to the world.
Yeah, you're right.
He
you're right.
broadcast it behind their back.
Yeah,
To the
yeah. We
world.
don't
Yeah.
tag them in
To
it.
the world.
And if they want to listen, they can. And
Yeah.
if they clue into it being them, then it can be them. And if
It could be
it's
them. It could be
you
them.
gotta keep it vague. Like, fuck that Lisa girl. I
Wow.
don't know who that was.
Wow. He's getting really
I don't
liberal
know.
with that L word.
Get gone.
Yeah. Hope she doesn't come up again.
Her
ever.
new fucking job she just got is going to track her down.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
just,
we
like,
just blew it.
Yeah.
Drug addict, sex offender of a life mate you have.
Only one of those is not true. You can be the judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick. You pick.
Marijuana's legal.
Alright, what about you, RJ? What are
I
you
got a
griping on?
hot gripe. This week in Dublin, there's some fucking science fiction expo going on.
Okay.
Okay.
And my gripe is with people that are into cosplay.
Mm.
I
pretty
think
dumb.
that's a
Yeah,
mental
not into
illness
it.
that just hasn't got enough attention.
It's coming. I think it's coming.
People walking
That's a
around
funny
in
take.
full on like anime Gandalf outfits, like dressed as
Ugh.
Spider-Man, but they got a huge fucking gut. Like, do not
Yeah.
leave the house. Like no one wants your photo. Like these
No.
people, I don't get it. Like you're gonna go to a convention that is built. Like I've been to a few. Don't get me wrong, Comic-Cons. It's great, but it's the like.
Okay.
When I was younger and wanted to waste my money on dumb shit. It's like, I want
Yeah.
a bunch of toys, I want a poster, I want like a DVD you can't get in a regular store, pre-internet, you know, that kind of thing. Like
Before
that's why you go
buy
there,
that
spend
shit.
money and get shit you can't get at like fucking Toys R Us. But now it's just like, everyone shows up in their sea-level outfit,
At best.
at best.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
wants people to take photos of them so they feel like I'm fucking Chris Evans for the day. Here's a shield I made from home. And it's, you look like an idiot.
Dude, you know what's worse than the sea level outfit is the sea level outfit where the person's really committed to being
Really
like
committed.
A level,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
they've dyed their hair,
Yeah.
they've like put on makeup to make their face look like
Yeah.
chiseled and shit. Like
They
there's a
made the prop
demographic,
sword to go along.
Yeah.
like, but tried really hard. Like some of it's actually put together well, but because the whole package is just fucking lame, you know, because it's them and they're doing it. Like just
I think
go
it's
and
an
do it. And it's
undiagnosed
already-
mental illness. It's like hoarders is like the latest new thing that people are like, oh, that's a mental illness.
It's not new to me.
Cosplay.
Cosplay is one. Like there's
Yeah.
something fucking wrong with you.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
now, I
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I was talking about this with someone the other day. I'm
One
not
of your
sure.
cosplay friends.
No, it's got nothing to do. It's kind of touches
Were
on
you
the
LARPing?
cosplay.
Were you
Have you
LARPing?
been
I was
LARPing?
LARPing. You got
Yeah.
me
Have you
again.
been D&Ding?
It's like
Yeah.
I think it kind of ties into like and how I feel about like the cosplay and even like sports
Oh, I
and
thought you were gonna
bands
say,
in
like,
general.
black people.
Okay,
Yeah.
like again, went to the Bouncing Souls, and you can walk down the street going to the Bouncing Souls show,
Yeah.
and you can see on either side of the street who's going to the
Oh,
Bouncing
yeah, yeah.
Souls shows. Not
Yeah.
because they're wearing Bouncing Soul Bouncing Soul shirts,
Yeah.
but because they're just wearing other shirts that are like within that genre
Yeah,
of music.
they just have a
right?
look.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah,
I was always live by the rule that you don't wear the band T-shirt that you're going to see because everybody knows why you're there.
Yeah.
We already know, like, what else?
Yeah.
What other flag do you got to fly, right?
Yeah.
And like,
buy the shirt on the way out.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm a big Leaf fan. Like, I love my Toronto Maple Leafs, but like, I think I own a jersey, but like, I don't wear it. I don't have anything that I ever fly on myself that's like, I'm a Leaf fan. You know, it's like if I were to go to a game, it's like, you know why I'm here. I don't need to dress like a fucking moron.
Yeah.
And the same with like Comic-Con and these like, you know, the cosplaying. It's like, we know why you're there. We know
we all get Halloween, so it's just save it.
And we all get excited. I understand. We all get
There's something that's so fun about Halloween, but it's these fucking, you know, basement dwelling losers that want it every month, and they're just gonna make up like we're going to, you know, Guelph Comic-Con. Like, that's not a thing. There's something kind of like quirky about, like, you know, when you walk into like a liquor store on a Halloween and you're all in costume and it's like, oh, like I'm dressed as Harley Quinn in the rum section, ooh. But then like there's something weird about it when you're doing it in April. You're doing it in the end of August in Dublin, and it's like raining, and you're wearing a papier-mâché castle, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Paper bag princess.
You look like shit. Like, your day sucks. You only had to go from your hotel to the convention center, and you look like you're so miserable.
You ruined it.
You fucking loser. Like, enjoy your day. Here's an extra splashy step right beside you.
That's fantastic. Yeah, fuck those guys and girls.
But like, speaking to your, like, you're just saying about like going to the Souls and knowing who's going to the Souls. I saw Stiff Little Fingers last week in Dublin, and it was unreal. Like, I've always wanted to see that band. I fucking love them. And I didn't have a ticket. Like, it sold out like a week before the show. And I'm just like, I'll just go like and get one from someone like before the show. Like, easy.
Best case.
Yeah. And I like show up, and I'm just like, you know, a couple of people walk up and down, like, hey, extra ticket, and they're like, no. But there's like scalpers out there that are so fucking aggressive and just stopping every single person on the street. Because they're not like fans of the band, they're just like fucking bullshit scalpers. That just like are always outside this venue. And that's when I'm like, I'm just gonna go like maybe half a block up and just pick my battles. Like, I'm not gonna stop every fucking person. It's like I can like optically, like, whatever, look up and down and be like, that guy's going to the show, or that girl's going to the show.
Yeah.
And I got one. It was sick. But it's like this fucking scalper screaming like at everybody that goes by. Like, I've gone to shows with extra tickets and just sold them to somebody else. Like, I'm not helping this fucking scalper out.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I've given tickets away.
I'd rather give it away than help the scalper who's gonna, you know, gouge me for it, and then, you know, he's gonna want under face value and then double face value, so he'll get face value based on, like, you know.
How greasy do you think it is in like the scalper business to be like, if he's scalping tickets like $70 a ticket, and then you walk up with like an extra ticket in your hand and be like, hey, I'll just sell it to you for like $40. Or like whatever it is.
There's nothing they can do about it, but...
No, but it's just grease.
Yeah. The odds of it. I'm sure it happens. It must happen.
Yeah.
For them.
Just, if you want to sell your tickets, hang around the scalper and just undercut him.
Yeah. Well, because even when I was there, like, you know, yelling out, like, more than one scalper came up. Like, you're looking for a ticket? Like, we got you, just, like, hang tight. And I'm like, I'm not waiting for you to middleman me. Like, fuck that. Like, oh, are you insane?
Yeah.
But, like, that's their thing. Like, you just hang tight. We got you. Like, let me take down your phone number. And it's like, no. Like, I'm good.
The phone number? I've never come across that yet.
Well, they're going to, like, call me if they get a ticket, I guess. But it's like, no, we're cool. I'm just going to go down a little further and just, like, yell to people that have black shirts on. Like, or have chain wallets or something. Back in the day, I can tell who's going to this show, exactly like you're saying. I can tell.
It's not like there's a uniform, but some people definitely...
No, but like one step below fucking Comic-Con, they're not all dressed like different bands. Like, oh, here comes fucking Glenn Danzig. He must be going to this show. You know how fucking lame that is?
Yeah. But you know what's funny though? It's funny because here's a continuation of that story about, like, again, went to Bouncing Souls. And you know what other show was going on at the same time as Bouncing Souls?
What's that?
It was Iron Maiden.
Okay.
And you know why I know there was an Iron Maiden
Hey,
show
the Iron
going
Maiden
on?
shirts on, of course.
Because of all the Iron
'Cause
Maiden
the
shirts.
army of Iron Maiden shirts.
Yeah, yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous.
They're fucking nerds.
Yeah, like we know what show you're going to, right? And it's like, oh, I guess it's at the amphitheater.
Yeah.
That must be what's happening at the amphitheater tonight. You know, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Makes me want to puke.
Well, I'm excited for Rancid.
Yeah. As I wear just a plain white t-shirt, not a fucking Rancid shirt.
I think I'm going to have to retire my vest. I think that show's going to be the nail in the coffin.
It's going to rip through?
It's already pretty fucked up. I think I got one more good show out of it. Like, I could wear it for a year as it is, but one good show. Okay. I just retire it, and by retire it, I mean throw it in my parents' basement until they sell their house.
And they mail you a box of shirts you didn't even know you had.
Yeah, totally. That happened. My mom sent me an old shirt for Christmas that she found in the basement. It was awesome. Lars and the Bastards.
Next to Grandma in the basement.
Thanks, Grandma.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
But yeah. Well, I don't have a gripe, but I think I did. You know.
Yeah.
I think I pieced some shit together.
You've been on your best behavior.
What about those new segments you've been working on, Mike?
Fuck off! Don't make me peek behind the curtain here, okay?
No new segments.
No new segment? Okay.
We talked about this last week.
The fucking board or whatever game show you're creating isn't done yet? Okay, no problem.
Okay. Gonna change the podcast, he said. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
All right, well, topic at hand. We're getting here a little earlier than expected. But we've been watching Amanda Knox. It's this fucking American. Went to Italy. Her roommate got murdered. Her and her boyfriend got...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's American.
Oh, okay.
That's the whole deal. Because it's like international waters. So her roommate gets murdered. Her and her boyfriend come home, find her like a bloody apartment. Call the cops. The cops are just like, yeah, you and your boyfriend did this. She goes to jail for a while and then eventually is acquitted and released.
Yeah.
That's the gist.
And then put back on trial.
Yeah.
For the same crime. And found not guilty.
And then acquitted again.
Found innocent. Like, that's the wild part. Like, it's not even found not guilty. Like, the Italian courts are like, she's innocent.
Yeah. Like, you can't come after this girl ever again.
Yeah, leave her alone.
Yeah.
Leave her alone,
starts.
Brittany.
The whole thing starts, and she's like rolling these meatballs.
Yeah.
And all I can think is like, this is gonna get even weirder when like flash forward half an hour, they're talking about a dead body. And it's just like shows her just like manipulating this meat like right off the bat.
Like, as someone that's lived in a few
try and sell me
fucking
on this.
random ass countries that don't speak English, like Italy included, like, it is pretty terrifying to think that like crime goes down. They come to you to question you about it, and you're, like, being honest, and they're just like, nah, you're guilty. Like, you go to jail now. And
okay,
just,
so...
like,
with
what
the language
the fuck
barrier,
do you
too, right?
I don't know if it's, like, just, like, Netflix's thing, or maybe, like, I've just been watching too much of all this nonsense. But it's really becoming, like, apparent to me that anytime there's a confession given to the police, there's definitely some sort of, like, head trauma, or, like, you know, they're hurting people, or psychologically fucking them.
Totally.
Like, it just, like, every one of these shows that we watch is, like, a result of, like, a 6-hour interrogation where at the end of it somebody confesses to something they didn't fucking do.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, like, it's...
Or they turn on somebody and they have no facts.
Yeah. Like, both of those, like, both Amanda and her fucking boyfriend, I don't even know her boyfriend's name, like, Michelle or something.
Something like that.
Like, they both, like, just, like, yeah, she did it. Yeah, he did it. You know, like...
That's why, like, at the end of the day, I still think she fucking did it.
No, I don't think she did.
I think she did.
She's clean.
See, I was leaning towards him, but he's just like this, like, I don't know. He just seems so. He does have like this innocent demeanor, which would fare well. He doesn't seem cunning. You know what I mean? Like
No,
maybe
he
he
seems
is a
kinda
fucking
dumb.
murderer.
She seems
Yeah, he just seemed kind
cunning,
of dumb
though.
and
She
like
seems
romantic.
cunning.
He was a romantic. He
Yeah.
didn't even say fucking or anything. He
No.
said making love and happy endings and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Was
yeah.
Yeah, the
the
happy
language he
endings.
used,
Yeah,
you
when
know?
he was like, it was a happy ending. It was like, oh, so you got jerked off? Like, I gotcha.
I'm into it. I'm into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I still have my
Tits out.
spider senses tingling. I think she is cunning. I think something's up.
Yeah.
What would be her motives if she did it? What's like your take on her motive?
I don't know.
Jealousy?
I have no idea.
Did he
Lust.
fuck?
Something
Did he
just-
fuck the roommate?
I think he might have fucked a roommate. Yeah,
Sergio
possibly
or fucking Michelle or
Sergio.
whatever?
Do you think they both
Yeah.
fucked the roommate?
No, I think Sergio fucked her and she was jealous. Stabbed her
Wow.
before she left. Came back and was just like, "Whoa, look at this."
Wow. Then she went and fucked him after, and then came back and like.
Perfect
And killed
alibi.
her, and then went back and fucked him again.
But
and
like
made-
she basically got
Wow.
acquitted and eventually found
What a story.
innocent.
Yeah.
Like the verdict was overturned
We'll
based
see you
on
next week.
the Italian like investigators are just like miscarriage of evidence. Like there's so many like problems with the investigation that we can't convict you. And like I wouldn't consider that she didn't do it.
Well, it gives.
It's like the
it
chain of
gives-
like evidence was like broken a bunch of times, so we can't trust the DNA. You
So
know,
there's
like
there's
that kind of
doubts
stuff
about
is
it,
like,
yeah.
well, that doesn't mean that.
Yeah, but there
She
was
didn't do
also
it.
like
Yeah.
they also said that there was no evidence of DNA in the room that the girl died.
Yeah,
That
But-
was Amanda's.
I still don't think that means like, well, she didn't do it.
I think it means she
No,
wasn't
it's
in
like-
the room though.
It's like she's not like going in the room and flicking her boogers on the wall.
Yeah,
you know
that's what I
Like,
mean.
It's
It's
someone
like-
else's room.
She's not raping
Yeah.
the girl. Like she just fucking stabbed her a
But
bunch.
if you're fucking like killing this girl, you're gonna leave your DNA.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well,
oh
who's
God, yeah.
Didn't they find someone's semen?
Yeah, probably Rudy's.
Surgery.
Rudy's. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
his poop.
But that still doesn't
And
mean
his
that
poop.
like.
Yeah. I'm like there is no reason for Rudy's turd to be in that toilet.
That's true.
Who would fucking
true.
murder someone, dump, and then just leave it though?
Fucking Rudy would.
I think Rudy was there all
Clearly.
day, dumping away.
You
Or
know
like,
what, maybe-
okay, here's a, wild for you guys to understand. The plumbing in Europe is way fucking different.
Oh, get out of here.
You don't think I
guy.
know plumbing? You
I
don't
think
think
you
I
know
know it?
plumbing. What's the diameter of a good pipe?
Like
Poop
drainage
size.
pipe? 3
Yeah,
inches.
big poop size.
3 inches.
Not in
3-inch
not in
minimum.
Italy, buddy. You're looking at a
Okay.
1-inch
The
pipe.
copper lines.
They have thinner
Just
lines.
pooping down
It's a
half-inch
thing.
copper.
They're all low flow.
Well, okay.
Wow.
So it's possible
so-
that guy was there at any time, in the morning, whatever, fucking
Yeah.
dumped, and it just kind of just stays there until it breaks down more and goes down.
But so the poo
Really?
had to come from the home though, right? It's
Yeah,
not
but
coming
it doesn't
back
mean
up.
that he was there that night. It could have been there all day.
You saw there was a skid mark on the toilet. There was barely any water in that toilet.
Was that
Like,
the
it
best
definitely
part?
The
came.
toilets are fucked
Was
up
that not the
everywhere.
best part of
It
the
came
movie
from
when they
above.
showed the
It came
poop?
from
Yeah.
above.
They're
My,
just like,
but I lived
this
in
is it.
I lived in
I
Italy
was-
last year with this American guy from Chicago.
Hold
I'll
on, before
throw
you
him
get
under
into
the
that, can
bus.
I just say, before you get into that, I was surprised at how little the poop was. I thought when they were just like, he left a piece of shit in the toilet, it was like, oh, you animal.
It's
And
gonna be
then-
breaking the water.
Yeah, like a breacher. But then,
Yeah,
like,
there's
when they
no
showed
water
it,
in the toilet.
yeah, it was just like a little 2-incher. Like, it should have gotten
Yeah.
down your hole, is all I'm saying.
Right.
It was a little guy.
I'm just telling you, it's unpredictable plumbing up there.
Okay.
When I lived
I
in
can
Italy,
understand, for
not
sure.
Italy, I did live in Italy, and they have that
Cool
fucking
down.
terrible plumbing.
Cool.
But when I lived in Spain with this American guy, he refused to poo in the house. Like, we
What?
had a full apartment, and he
Okay.
would not poo there because he's just like, based on my diet and all that kind of stuff, like, it won't go. So every morning
Wow.
he would Mike style just go down to the beach where they have public toilets that are just industrial public toilets.
Yeah.
And he would just I'd rather go down to the beach, use the beach public toilet, and know, it's
never
going,
coming back.
then, share this apartment with 4 people, and I'm going to be in here flushing for like half an hour, like just like breaking it up and sending it down.
Maybe change your diet.
That's wild.
He's American.
Get on the spaghetti train.
He was,
That's pretty American.
I don't know what he ate, but coming in hot, he's just like, this is not going to it's not going to go.
This guy's all about volume, eh?
He's a big goer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's not going down that little fucking thing.
That's interesting, because most people are like, I can't shit unless I'm at home.
That's the way, like, I can go anywhere, and I'm just like, I love that I can just go at home. But he's like,
shit
no, I'll go down.
Because it's an industrial toilet on the beach, and it's the morning. And the sun's
got to be in
right.
Spain.
Yeah.
It's got to be in Spain. I can't shit unless I'm
I'm going
in
to get
Spain.
a coffee and a newspaper, and then walk, and I'll, like, free me up, and just, like, let her go.
Loosen up my valve. Yeah.
But knowing you have a toilet in your house just in case, like midnight,
Yep.
the old midnight dookie train comes a-rolling in, like, that's nice.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
nice
sure
too.
he made
It's a
use
good
in an
time,
emergency, but it was his routine.
Now, like, if you're saying the plumbing is so bad in Europe, so do you think maybe Rudy just went there to take a shit?
No, I just mean
have a
that,
place
like,
to
just
shit?
because his shit's there doesn't mean he was there that night. We don't know how many times.
Rudy's
Like,
been
I
at
mean,
home.
he could have, like, took a dump there in the morning, stayed the night before, and then all day those chicks are going in, like, pissing, flushing, and that turd's not going. Like, it's just going to stay there until it dissolves and goes
So
down.
they're just pissing on them. Like, they walk in,
They
like,
see it, and they're like,
ugh.
Jesus,
That's why it was so
Rudy.
small.
fuck
Yeah.
you. Take a piss, and they flush it, and that thing's just not going to go until it breaks down more.
And then Amanda walks in and just like, ooh, fuck Michelle.
Yeah. Like, it's different culture.
Dude, it was crazy. Like she
Those are
went
old pipes.
home,
Those
had a
pipes are from,
shower,
like,
fucking
1600.
yeah.
It's
Like, she
different
made
world.
lunch, had a shower, fucking cleaned up, called her boyfriend, and then was like, oh, something weird is going on in this house.
Yeah.
Something doesn't smell right.
But also, who can live
murder.
like that? Just shit, just hanging out in their toilet? No, thank you.
I'm telling
No.
you, it's possible.
Yeah. No, I
It's
believe
fine-
it can happen.
It's
just,
fine
who can
until you
live like that?
agitate it. Like, once you agitate it, the water can only do so much.
There was no water, dude. That just would have reeked the whole house. Like, she's like, oh, I didn't notice until I got out of the shower. It's like, dude, you didn't notice the shit just reek in the bathroom and the whole
fucking
house?
iceberging.
Come on. You know what? She did it. That's fishy. Just that alone.
Yeah.
She's lying.
Knox
didn't
is lying.
smell
She's
food.
lying. She
She's
smelled that
lying.
shit. Yeah. You're right.
So you think she
did it.
just, like, I don't know, maybe the poo was planted?
I think she knows full on what happened, and she's just like, a burglar that stole nothing
But the thing
and
is,
locked
if,
the door from the inside.
But
No.
didn't they have another roommate? Wasn't there a third roommate?
I thought it was Rudy, but then it turns out it wasn't.
No. They barely knew Rudy. Amanda didn't
Yeah.
know Rudy. At least that's what she claims.
Yeah, that's what she claims.
Yeah.
That's not what the
She
nighttime
claims-
says.
No, the nighttime tells
The
a different
nighttime
story.
doesn't do the story.
You know what else got claimed? When the cops claimed that she had HIV.
That's a good claim.
That got fucking claimed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
good
how
claim.
shitty was that
Jesus.
fucking dude that was just like, I'm the reporter, and like, doesn't matter if it was real or not, it was just who was first, and he just got all those like front page fucking...
Dude, that guy was a fucking, like, that was the worst part of the documentary. Fuck that guy. Fuck
Yeah.
that journalist. It
He
was
was
all
such a
about
dick.
vanity. Like, every
Yeah.
time he came on, he was like, I'm just going to talk about how well I did during this fucking,
Yeah.
within these tragic events. And yeah, he was reporting it, but it was like, I had like 400 front page fucking, no big deal.
No,
Just paid for the
legit,
suit,
yeah.
no big deal.
Or,
I fucking hated that guy's personality.
or like my absolute favorite part of this documentary. There was just like a quick clip where they were just like, I guess it had something to do with the crime scene, but it was just this like quick clip of this like woman trying to kick open a door.
And she
like,
kicked the window.
she kicked
Yeah, she kicked right through the fucking window. Yeah, on a crime scene.
She was like just panicked.
Yeah, Like, there goes your Achilles, right? Fuck. She just bleeds out all over this crime scene.
No wonder, like, the conviction's overturned. There's, like, glass and blood everywhere for no reason.
From the cop, yeah.
That's what I was laughing about. That it's just like, oh, that like it was officially a crime scene. That just showed her like kick the window in. It's like, and it's contaminated. All that glass. That Barb kicked in the window.
Yeah, they like said that like
put your legs down, lady.
They
Jeez.
got at one point the like evidence against Amanda was like, oh, her DNA was on the bra clasp. And then, like, it comes out there's, like, 46 other DNAs on the bra clasp. Like,
yeah, everyone
in the police department
everyone at the crime scene licked the bra.
Everybody, like, that was there fucking held the bra. It's like, this fucking idiot.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, you gotta sneeze? You gotta sneeze? Here, take the bra, take the bra. You gotta sneeze? Take the bra.
Yeah.
Now,
man,
like,
I can't stop thinking about Barb kicking that window. Like, imagine being, like, her partner or, like, any of the other cops around, like, and just, like, not paying attention, hearing it, looking over at her foot through the door in the window. Like, what are you doing?
Barb,
like, what are you, Barb? What do you think you're doing?
what are you doing? No. Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. Go home and kick your own windows.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah. I was laughing so hard at that part. Oh, fuck.
Oh man! There was also a quick little cut scene where it showed like Amanda in the courtroom and she had this fucking like herpy on her lip, massive herpy, and it was like right around the time like shortly after they mentioned the HIV shit, and I thought to myself, I was like, man, if that reporter could have made a headline out of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He might have got it wrong, but it just adds to it.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a quick swerve because every now and then we like bring up like we should just stop reviewing movies because that's not what this fucking show is. We should use the show as to like a jumping off point on a topic. So I wanted to ask you guys, in a case like this, is it better, and even based on like last week's with the whole rape thing, where those boys were like right away like we didn't even fucking touch that girl, we don't know her.
Yeah.
Like, and you're in an investigation, and you know you're fucking dead to rights guilty like Amanda Knox.
Yep.
Do you just play dumb still after knowing how these things work out and say no, nothing? Or do you just like lean into like, okay, I was home, and try to give as much information as you can that explains like why your DNA could be on the bra clasp.
Oh, okay.
Instead of just being like, I was out all night with my boyfriend, and they're like, oh, what about this? I don't know. I know Skyler watches a lot of First 48.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
well,
lying through your teeth is just like a bad...
There's less chance you're gonna get caught in a lie. Like if you're making up these stories or these like trying to explain why there's DNA, try to explain like some of the things they're trying, because not all of the things they say they know 100%.
Right.
So for you to like, you're trying to build off this momentum that they've created. You might end up in a corner, right, where it's like, oh, we didn't tell you that, so how did you know that? It's like, well, I didn't. I was just making up a story, right?
Yeah, like Brandon Dassey.
I think, Brandon Dassey. I think playing dumb is like if you know you did it and you have no like moral code and you want to not go to jail for the rest of your life and shit.
Yeah, like normal
then
people.
You gotta play dumb. You got it.
I mean, it's like you're asking us how to get away with murder. I think you gotta play dumb.
I think play
but
dumb.
You also have to not
play smart.
Dumb.
You have to play smart. Yeah. Yeah.
I think like you have to like you can't tell people where it's like, well, did you see her? Did you see that person that night? Just like, yep, yes, I did. Like, don't. It's that those are the dumb lies that people get caught in when that kind of shit, it's like, I wasn't here or I wasn't there, and then it's like, well, we have your DNA on the bra. Yeah. And then you go back to change your story, and that's when it's like, okay, well, you're no longer credible. You got to be like, oh yeah, like I picked that bra, like, she might be
maybe
dead.
They were sharing bras.
I walked in the room and I saw a bra strap on the ground, so I picked it up, put it in my mouth, and spit it out, and then I left. Right, like
as you do, everyone does it. Yeah.
like, I'll be honest, when the show first started, I think, Amanda, you said something along the lines that, like, she went home, took a shower, and then...
Yeah, dude.
And then tried to get into
Didn't
her
see the
friend's-
shit. Didn't see the shit in the toilet.
Didn't see the poop.
No.
But then, what, you know, but it was just like,
Yeah.
okay, so, like, she's at least acknowledged that she was in the shower. So anything that's in the... it's not like a... You know, this big moment of like, oh, well, we think you killed her and then you took a shower.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like, you know,
She's
she's
established.
established that she was in the shower. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter after that, as far as I'm concerned, what they can, you know, they can prove she was in the shower, sure. But
there's it's a mixed bag. You got to play dumb, but you also have to like
That's right, she did it.
You know,
She's cunning.
Validate your story.
Yeah, she validated it
or
up
that.
and down.
Or
But you also let's not be like getting ourselves in the position that we have to lie to the police.
Well,
to
sometimes
get
fucking
ourselves
people
out.
get like murdered and shit, and you just have to be like,
None of my friends, as far as I know, have been murdered yet.
So you're saying if you got called
Thankfully.
in, like, as a, like, where were you when, like, Mike Vieira just got murdered? Like, where were you last night? Like, you just gotta tell the truth, I guess, is the answer.
Well, if you weren't there, then it would be fucking easy.
Yeah.
If you didn't do it, it'd be fucking easy. There'd be no need to play dumb,
Yeah.
you know, make up stories or kind of like sway opinions based on the stories you tell. No,
Yeah.
you just fucking, you weren't there, you didn't do it. You know, check my receipts. That's all I gotta say, check my
But,
receipts.
on the other side, if you did do it, you gotta fucking, like I said, you gotta,
Yeah.
like, you can't deny everything. You have to admit that you were in certain places, and then you can't, you know, like, oh yeah.
You can't play completely dumb,
No.
you know?
well, I feel like
We're not as dumb
I'm
as
going to
cosplay,
take the
that's
expert
for
role
sure.
on this topic because,
Oh, fuck.
as far as I know, I'm the only person that's been like an active like
That's killed
witness in a
somebody.
murder investigation.
Yeah, you killed somebody. we
And when
know,
I
yeah.
went in to like give my statement, I felt like I'm helping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then as like the
totally.
questions went on, that it's like, oh, they clearly already have this guy in custody. They're just using me to like fact check, like make sure everything lines up.
Or catch ya.
Well, that's when I felt like
Yeah.
I don't want to be part of this anymore. Now I feel like I'm in that like snitches get stitches like category. Like, why am I piling on this poor guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
just
you
walk
already
past
have
him.
him. Like, he's already guilty. Like, you got him. I'm just here like adding on top, like just piling on. I feel like I should just shut the fuck
good
up
point.
and leave.
Good point. Yeah.
Like, why
You
am I
might be
even
getting
here?
some stitches.
You already got him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor guy got killed. That sucks. But also, why am I here helping?
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't actually see anything,
I didn't
right?
see nothing.
No.
That's my story.
Like you could put some pieces together.
Yeah,
But,
I allegedly saw a backpack. Like, that means nothing. Let me go.
See,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I feel like
yeah.
it's so weird because, like, I feel like, myself included, I know I'm drawn to, like, the serial murderer kind
The
of
best
scene,
kind of murder.
right? But it's like, I don't think like, you know, if I had information and it was coming out that, like, you know, I guess it depends on who it was. If it was one of you guys, I totally would rat you out.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's just that, like, who are you ratting out? What's the story? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Also, what's the crime?
What's the crime?
What's the crime?
How
Yeah,
murder
what's
of
the
it? How murder?
Yeah. Like how bad was the
Yeah,
murder?
how bad of
If
the
you're
murder?
stealing, if you're, like, you know, taking back a bag of dog food and saying it's not the right one, and then
Whoa,
stealing
whoa,
the
whoa,
bag.
whoa, whoa.
I got your
Swapping
back
out
on
your
that.
fucking
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Hibachi
whoa, whoa,
barbecue
whoa.
for the one with the better
Blowing up
valve.
my spot. You're blowing up my spot.
I'm just saying I got your back, but it's like when you come at me like, look, you gotta hide this knife
Yeah.
and these gloves.
That's why I'm coming home.
Yeah.
See, and
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So,
2
like,
weeks.
1 week. 1
Netflix
week.
age has
1
really
week.
changed the timeline on these things because part of me does want to be the center of attention as often as possible. So if, like, right away you're like, I saw this, I saw this, I saw that, you're gonna be, like, glossed over in episode 1. What you want to do, hold on to your information for a little while and then be the bombshell in episode 3. That's like a witness came forward and they, bang wired this whole thing.
Bang wired this whole thing open, yeah.
Yeah, think of it that way. Like, it's not about...
Wait, so you're counting on every time you're loosely associated with a crime that there's going to be a Netflix show about it?
Why would
Is that what you're counting on?
Netflix
Or you just always walk around with a bang wire?
Yeah, what is it?
Netflix documentaries are like, this is just a regular murder. This doesn't require a 5-part documentary.
Yeah.
And a bang wire.
I'll be episode 3. I'll be the breakthrough.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. But I think
I want to see a doc about Rudy. Like, they glossed over Rudy, and he's still in jail. Like, they didn't touch on his, like, court trials and any of that, really.
I think he did it. I think he was...
Well, let's see the doc. Let's see the doc. I want to see it. I want to see the evidence.
No
one cares about... Like, I don't think you guys obviously watched this documentary if you didn't take away that nobody gives a fuck about it unless it was Amanda.
Yeah,
also,
true.
Keep in mind, a poor exchange student got murdered with no explanation, and everyone's just like, Amanda did it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all about
what? Back to that shitty fucking British tabloid guy.
Oh my god. The one-finger typing? Like, are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah,
you're a professional journalist.
And
fucking
at one
piece
point,
of shit.
he was like, I was interviewing this guy, and he must have realized at one point that he was being interviewed by a British tabloid, so he started giving me all this information. And it's I scoff because it's honestly I don't British anything. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. The British are nothing.
Garbage.
Are they around? Are they a thing? They still a country?
Are they coming or going?
Yeah.
Entering or exiting?
Yeah. Still on that little fucking island?
Yeah.
How's your navy?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways. It's just it's a British tabloid. He was so flustered. He didn't no one gives a fuck about British anything. The Queen, they get so flustered over the Queen and the duchesses and the little kids and get out of here.
Any time for that? Nope. I don't give a fuck about tabloids, let alone British anything.
How can you have a credible tabloid when you're talking about celebrities 1 minute and then you drop everything because the Queen got seen taking a shit and leaving it somewhere yeah mother has another child.
Another heir to the throne. Get in line.
Jon Snow.
Oh, fuck. I think at that we should wrap this up. Want to go quick around the horn. Final thoughts on Amanda. I think she's guilty as hell.
Guilty? I think she's
guilty.
I think she's innocent.
Guilty.
Innocent.
RJ convinced me. She's fucking
Two
guilty.
beats one. 2 beats 1.
No,
back
no
to,
way.
Back to jail, Amanda.
Just for the record, she was found innocent.
Yeah, by Italians.
Yeah.
They just
I will say,
fly off the handle with no evidence on either direction.
Maybe it's a show down the line, but do you guys know anything about Madeleine McCann?
I don't know.
Is she the one that got missing in Portugal?
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yes. And I'm not trying to paint people with the same brush.
He's throwing the more British people under the bus, though.
No, it's not even the Brits this time. It's just there seems to be this thing in Europe where they like to blame shit on Americans, and it's there's no possible way that one of our countrymen could have done this. It has to have been this American, this swine, for a lack of a better term. But I don't know. It's just it's a thing that seems to pop up a lot.
I think
it's trendy.
I'm sure it exists. It's a racism, whatever, right? But it's
it's a racism for sure.
But it's has to do with the tourism. I don't know. It's fucking. It's that Matt.
There's a Matt McCann. Just look at the statistics and all that shit. It's crime levels are so high in the U.S. compared to everywhere else. Like, the amount of serial killers per capita, gun violence per capita. So if you're in some little town in Italy and someone gets murdered and there's, like, an American, it's like, we're going to look at them.
Yeah.
Like, it's shitty and it's racist, but it is, like, that's why.
And, like, the Madeline McCann story, like, they're British. Like, they weren't American.
Yeah,
but they also kind of got targeted, whatever. But, like, there was a weird fucking, like, with Amanda where, like, part of their prosecution was that it was, like, a satanic sex cult.
Yeah.
That it's just
that's not
really where, what the fuck?
Where does that even come from?
Yeah, like
it's because she's not married and like at the age of 14 and have 4 kids by the age of 20, like your culture.
Yeah,
like what is
regular
it?
Portuguese. Yeah,
exactly. Like that's kind of fucking weird, and I feel like that doesn't get. Like that for a very long time. The
one acquittal was because she was unfairly tried based on public opinion kind of thing, or it had something to do with it, right? Like because they painted this picture and swayed in public opinion, which that was a part of her first acquittal, right?
Yeah.
Or second acquittal. Yeah.
The retrial, I think the first one, and then she was found not
where
guilty. She got the fuck out
That's
of Dodge.
it. Where the fuck does that even come from? The satanic sex cult. Like you just fabricated this idea, like we did on the show tonight. It's like, well, who knows if we're right? We're not the people like in power, in jail.
Right? No. We're not responsible for that.
Thank God.
We're just judging from afar, like 8 years later.
Yeah.
It's totally fine.
Yeah.
There's like a 50-50 chance I don't pee my pants tonight. Like I have no authority over anything.
But it's just like I don't know. There seems to it's totally like the old like Jaws movie where. You know, there's a shark killing all the people on the beach, but they don't want to close the beach because of all the tourism. And I don't know whether maybe it's not Americans, it's just like tourists in general. Like you blame it on the tourists, so the town doesn't have to take the heat, and then it's like, oh no, maybe it's just someone in your town that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And even in this situation, like I don't know if Rudy was like a native of Italy at all, but he was just like a dude. Like I think he was a bartender. Was he not? Like
I don't know.
You know, it's like he just like worked at a bar that they went to, and is it not possible that he like spotted her and went and tried to fuck her and kill her?
Who knows?
There's shady people in every fucking place.
It's possible.
Sure. That's what I mean, right? Like, but then to just be like, oh, it must have been like her American roommate because she was kissing her boyfriend after they found her dead, like. It has to be her because she has no emotional attachment to this girl. It's like, or maybe she just didn't fucking really know her.
I mean, it's also just like emotions and grief and like and just like shock and everything, right? Like there's so much shit going on.
Grief is a motherfucker. You don't know.
And she was 16 or something. Like, you know, they're all preoccupied with themselves, anyways. So,
just to me feels like one of those like you know we have to pin this on somebody, so. Let's just do it on this person.
Like, here's a real quick story before we wrap up. When I was living in, like, Sicily last summer, like, the little island off the edge of Italy, it's, like, a really tiny town, like, 200 people. I was living in a house with this other girl that's, like, maybe, like, 42 or something, like, a few years older than me. Yeah. And we were, like, having wine one night, like, having dinner, laughing. And I was just saying, like, oh, it's like, you know, like, skateboarding around town. And that guy that looks like his kids drowned was, like, eyeballing me up and down. And she's like, wait, who the fuck is a guy that looks like his kids drowned? I'm like,
grumpy guy?
I'm like, you know that guy that walks around that looks guilty as shit and is just, like, stares you up and down? Like, that guy. And her face just goes, like, super white. And she's like, that guy, like, followed me home the other night. And it was, like, out of a movie, like, down our street. Like, he's getting closer. Like, I fumbled, but the keys got inside, shut the door.
Wow.
You know, up to my room, looked down the balcony, and he was just, like, looking up at me. I'm like, oh, my God, that's fucking horrifying. So I, like, said something to, like, the director of the, like, guy that was organizing us international artists. And I was like, hey, so, like, I heard this, like, guy kind of followed her home the other night. And the guy was like, oh, yeah, like, avoid that guy.
That's it?
Yeah. And then I'm like, well, like, what do you mean?
Oh, yeah,
and,
we know.
Yeah, and that was exactly the attitude. It's like, he has a reputation. I'm like, what kind of reputation? And he's like, I don't know. But, like, I know, like, you guys should, like, stay clear of him. And it's like, how come there's no heads up in advance? How come, like, this guy, like, was being honest. He's like, I don't know what the story is, but I know that, like, yeah, that guy's not well.
Wow.
And it's like, this is a town of, like, 200. Everybody, I guess, knows, like, yeah, that guy's fucked.
Wow.
But just, like, yeah, avoid that guy.
That's a crazy thing, you know? It's like 10 to 1 easily that women have to deal with that way more than men.
Oh, but even, like, I noticed that guy was fucked. Like, the way he was staring at me. That's why I made that joke. Like, that guy with his kids that drowned. Like, he just looks like he's so miserable. But it's just like, that's a thing in this little tiny town on the side of a mountain. It's like, yeah, stay clear of that guy. It's like, duly noted. Yeah. I wasn't going to hang out with him anyway. He looked fucked.
Dude, I'll tell you, like, in my travels the last year and, like, moving around and, like, living in various places and stuff, like, I come across some pretty sketchy people from time to time. It's all, like, I'm talking about, like, other van dwellers and transient people, and it's like, there's something really off about you.
You can
like,
tell.
So much so that I have to leave now.
Yeah.
And not that I feel threatened, but I know that, like, and sometimes I have for sure felt threatened, like, you know, or just vulnerable or something, right? But they're clearly going to be up to something very soon, and I want to be nowhere near it.
Yeah.
No.
And, like, I wouldn't say it's a weekly
occurrence. You can read that off people. Yeah, you can read it. Yeah. And
for sure.
They're definitely
it's
every
like you
little
said.
town.
It's that, like, it's like their kids drowned and now they're out for, like, they're trying to Liam Neeson somebody.
That's it.
You know, or something.
So, as much as I believe, like, Amanda's guilty...
What is that? Like, that has a lot of meanings to Liam Neeson somebody.
Like, revenge. Oh, does it? I don't know. I don't know at all. Is he canceled or whatever?
No,
I don't think he's canceled.
He got close
I don't
to
know
getting
anything
canceled,
about it.
but he's back now.
As close as you can get.
Yeah. I feel like Amanda Knox...
Speaking of that, though...
Amanda, Liam Neeson are
we all
roommate for sure. But it's also possible there's a guy in town that drowned his kids and is just, like, wandering around. Like, it's possible.
So is this, like, in Ireland right now?
No, this was in Italy last year.
Oh, God, I was going to say, you should have a knife on you.
I should. This neighbor's way more dangerous than that.
Than that one guy, yeah.
Regular police chases up and down the street.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. I could carry a knife everywhere I go. But it's more of a utility. But if it came down to it, you know. Sometimes I need to cut a shoelace or fucking, you know.
Oh, yeah. No, I got a Swiss Army knife everywhere I go.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
not like
nothing.
I'm going to shank somebody with it if I need.
No,
Your
but
fucking
in a
thumbnail
pinch,
sharper than a Swiss Army knife.
If I was living the transient life like you guys, I would have something, like, taped to my kidney.
What? That's more likely to stab you in your own kidney.
Sitting down, like, ah!
Sitting down, yeah. You know, like they say about guns, like, you're more likely to shoot your own family in the face or something.
Safety on.
Safety on.
Yeah. Yeah, you can point it at me, but make sure the safety's on. The only way to tell is if you pull the trigger.
The only way to tell is to turn it on and off real quick and then pull the trigger.
Yeah. And pull the trigger. But you can point it at me, just, you know.
Okay, well, let's
remember one time, like,
one more.
One time, like, we were house sitting, like, my grandfather's house, Mike. And it was like,
oh my god.
Like, me and a couple, like, 2 other friends, like,
oh man.
got into, like, the gun
I know
cabinet.
Exactly where you're going, yeah. And we're like, hey, our other friend's coming over. Why don't we fucking scare him with these guns?
Give him the guns.
I want the shotgun. I want the rifle. Yeah. I want you know.
I just remember, though, too, like, we pulled them out, and it was like, I was like 98% sure they weren't loaded, but none of us knew how to work them, so the only way to know if they weren't loaded was to, like, pull the trigger
into the couch. Yeah. Let's point these at the couch and pull the trigger on 3. Ready? Like, we could have shot a hole through your grandpa's couch.
Yeah,
very easily.
Yeah. There's no way you get away with that.
Okay, you point yours at the couch. I'm gonna point mine out the window. Yeah. You point yours on the other side of the house.
Our friend came over, knocked on the door, and we were kind of like left the door open a little bit. So when he would walk, and then when he walked in, we all like came out with guns, just pointed at him.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
He didn't care. He didn't care. He's like, oh, hey guys, weird.
He was like,
hey.
this is really weird. Like, I really hope you're not gonna shoot me, cause
like we should have put on masks or something, right? Like
yeah, for sure. Then it would have got real.
We got real fast.
Yeah.
Well, with we definitely we have to end the story at that, of course, end the show at that anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
We're pretty much experts. Thank you, Frontline Fiesta, for the awesome intro and outro. Download us every week on Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, the rest. Video versions are up every Friday on YouTube. Any last words? Man in Knox is guilty. What else is there?
Don't play with guns.
Don't play with guns.
Or always just keep the safety on.
Or only one way to find out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cull the herd. I'm a big fan of that.
Jesus Christ.
Herd culling.
Until next time.
I'm just saying, if one of your friends pulls a gun on you and you let him shoot you and it's friendly up until the point that he shoots you,
it's not illegal.
Yeah, you probably should die.
Well, it's friendly fire. That's what it's called. That.
Yeah,
it's friendly fire.
Friendly fire.
Friendly fire. Friendly fire.
Bye.
Okay. Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.